The Warriors is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Arrow Video. It can be found as a limited edition available at your online retailers, as well as an exclusive only available at the Arrow Video web store. Now, when it comes to The Warriors, it is easily my favorite film directed by Walter Hill. The movie is wonderfully grounded, but also a bit of a street crime fantasy, very much in the same vein of 1981's Escape from New York, which came out about 2 years after this. The basic story is pretty much getting from point A to point B, but the world crafted here makes the journey as interesting as it is. The third act of John Wick Chapter 4 is essentially the plot of The Warriors, complete with updates from the DJ that live within the mythology of that world. I can easily go back to watch The Warriors at least once a year. It's one of those films that has, for me at least, a very high rewatchability. I definitely recommend you check this one out. It is a really interesting film, and I think it holds up incredibly well after all these years. As always, I will leave a direct Amazon link in the comment section below if you're interested in checking this out for yourself. Alright, now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. For disc 1, we have the theatrical cut of The Warriors on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, which has a 1:8:5:1 aspect ratio with native 4K resolution and graded with both HDR10 and Dolby Vision. On disc 2, we have the 4K edition of the alternate cut, which has a 1:7:8:1 aspect ratio with native 4K resolution and also graded with both HDR10 and Dolby Vision. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision encode. According to Arrow Video, both the theatrical and alternate cuts of the film were given a restoration sourced from the 35mm original camera negative and approved by director Walter Hill. I had the chance to watch both cuts in their entirety, and image-wise, the quality in each seems identical to the other, aside from their respective content differences. The source looks fairly clean. There were, however, some instances of occasional dirt or specks seen. Bit rates are very healthy, with no signs of image quality drop-off during the runtime. Film grain is nicely preserved, which in some shots can seem thicker, but it nonetheless looks very cinematic. The uptick to 4K gives all sorts of depth to textures. Perspiration, dirt, cuts, and bruises are very well realized. Even Mercy shows some, let's just say, added clarity. Supporting both HDR10 and Dolby Vision, much like The Warriors, the grading comes out to play. The palette shows appreciable enhancements to the overall color space. Highlights of color can be seen in various lighting, signage, and fire. In-film costuming is very bold, giving a nice visual pop to those colorful 70s outfits. Primaries can be quite striking, especially reds, which I suspect may run especially hot for those who don't calibrate their setups. Skin tones are natural and look solid. Black levels for the most part are serviceable. The majority of the film takes place at night, which are nice and deep, as are dark interiors. There are a few moments, however, that some crushing can creep in. I didn't find it to be egregious, and most casual viewers might not pick up on it, but it should still be noted. Reportedly, Arrow Video also restored the audio tracks for this release. For the theatrical cut of the film, the audio supported comes in the form of a DTS 1.0 mono, a DTS 2.0 stereo, and a new Dolby Atmos mix. For the Atmos, the film's sound design doesn't necessarily reinvent the wheel, but it does succeed in opening up the soundstage a bit. High channel output is minimal, which is to be expected given the age and audible sources used. The same can be said for the mid-levels and rears. The score and occasional ambient effects do populate that bit of surround real estate, but it's not an all-encompassing kind of track. The fronts handle the respective audio cues well, and it's very clean and nicely prioritized through the center. The low end is modest in its delivery, but still gets the job done. I did sample both the 1.0 mono and stereo tracks, and both were straightforward and clean. The 2.0 felt a bit more robust to me, but the 1.0 was just fine for those looking to go the purest route. For the alternate cut on disc 2, a DTS 2.0 and 5.1 were offered, and the 5.1 felt a little bit restricting just having watched with the theatrical's Atmos track. Still, the overall mix is presented well, though it carries with it some of the same surround shortcomings in the rears. For those that prefer the alternate cut, it's a shame an Atmos was given here, but the 5.1 is more than serviceable. Arrow Video's offering of extra content will no doubt please longtime fans of The Warriors. The extras are included on the theatrical cut of the 4K disc. I had a chance to sample each of the options, and some of my highlights are the War Stories featurette with Walter Hill and Come Out to Play, a new look at the iconic locations from the film. Both were worthwhile extras to dive into in addition to the others. For the picture quality, I'm going to give The Warriors on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A-. The 4K transfer from Arrow breathes new life into this classic film. Film grain is nicely cinematic, and Dolby Vision brings out a nice level of vibrancy to the palette. This is another visual winner from Arrow. For the audio mix, I'm going to score this a B+. The newly added Dolby Atmos mix is a welcome addition to the classic film. The soundstage opens up slightly, giving some nice depth to the audio design. This is a good, well-rounded mix. And for the extras, I will score this an A. Arrow Video once again offers plenty of new extras to keep fans satisfied. Featurettes, a new commentary, and behind-the-scenes info are all more than worth checking out. The new 2023 supplements have lots to dive into, which will keep fans satisfied for quite a while. So that is my review of The Warriors on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray from Arrow Video. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave a direct Amazon link in the comment section. If you use it, it really helps out the channel. But if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.